Jeremy Hogan, in an optimistic post about the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit a few months ago, revealed that the parties had submitted under seal reply filings to each other's summary judgment motions with the court, suggesting that a resolution to the matter was imminent. Hogan claims that these documents should have remained sealed until their due date, but the financial technology giant has already made public its 89-page rebuttal brief, which contains some shocking information. It's a major development. If you have cryptocurrency and want to start making money off of it passively, you should look at DexPool. DexPool is a revolutionary platform that enables you to lend your crypto assets to decentralized exchanges and earn rewards from the fees produced. Trading on the platform is similar to receiving interest on your cryptocurrency holdings. In addition, the automatic compounding process used by DexPool allows you to reinvest your winnings at the maximum possible compound interest rate, thus increasing your potential earnings. So now you can relax and observe your encryption process in action. For you, increasing your earnings each day, and best of all, anyone may increase the liquidity of decentralized platforms like Uniswap and SushiSwap by using DexPool. If you're not a financial whiz, don't worry, you can start making passive money right now. With your initial deposit, DexPool will give you up to 100 XRP as a 10-day liquidity bonus, but you better act fast because this offer won't continue forever. Before the much-anticipated summary ruling in the dispute between Ripple and the SEC, sign up for DexPool today and start generating passive income with your crypto assets. This war has lasted for 20 months and is now shaping up with new realities, which seem to reflect a breath of fresh air. There has been a lot of focus on the materials surrounding the Hinman speech lately. The developments suggest that the SEC-protected factors will affect the direction of the final ruling. American watchdog group Empowerment Watch has come out in favor of the measure. Sought to unseal the Hinman records by journalist Rosalind Leighton had previously raised an eyebrow at the SEC's actions in providing crypto sector oversight, so this announcement came after she had filed a motion to see the SEC documents before presiding Judge Annalisa Torres on the grounds that the information is public interest. Relying on Jason Foster According to the president of Empower Oversight, public interest transparency organizations like Empower Oversight have often been thwarted by the SEC in their efforts to shed light on conflicts of interest and ethical problems concerning the agency, despite the fact that the public is entitled to answers from the SEC. Whether or if the SEC will take a position on how to classify cryptocurrencies is at the heart of this discussion, and a crucial document in the Ripple case contains Hinman's remarks. Remember that the SEC sued Ripple for selling unregistered securities in the form of XRP tokens in December 2020, and the firm's legal team believes they need access to the speech to prepare their case. The SEC claimed back then that Ripple Labs Incorporated and two of its executives who are also substantial security holders had raised over $1.3 billion in an unregistered, ongoing digital asset security offering. Among the avalanche of inquiries into SEC crypto regulation, Conduct Chair Gary Gensler has been accused of favoritism by pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton. Deaton has claimed that Gensler might be acting in the interest of others through his crypto law platform because Gensler has increasingly met with the Vanguard group that manages his alleged $100 million wealth. We need to raise our voices and be heard if we're going to convince so-called elites like Gary Gensler, who think they know what's best for retail investors, to let go of their grip on power and start listening to what ordinary people have to say. According to what Deaton claimed on February 24th, along with the installation of heating and the release of the previously sealed Hinman documents. At some point, Deaton emphasized, the speech's contents would be made public. As a result, the conclusion is expected to have far-reaching consequences for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole, particularly for XRP's regulatory status, which is already under considerable stress. If the case drags on, what might happen to other cryptocurrencies? It has taken far too long for the Ripple versus SEC case to reach a conclusion, and the ensuing uncertainty has only served to fuel speculation. Tension, stress, and mistrust. XRP has been losing value on a regular basis, and since the future is still up in the air, there is understandable concern. The future of XRP cannot be predicted. This is for those who already own XRP. The resolution of this case must be music to their ears. Here's where Jeremy Hogan, an active XRP attorney, steps in on the scene in January of 2023. During the height of the Ripple versus SEC dispute, Jeremy Hogan took to Twitter to discuss the potential worldwide consequences of a losing court action for the XRP cryptocurrency. In that case, XRP would be less useful than it is now. Hogan's message was in response to a post in which CEO and author Michelle Nightingale tagged a number of people on Twitter, including Hogan John, Deaton, and attorney James Phelan. Nightingale made the executive decision to question them. It's not pessimism on her behalf, per se, it's just an effort to be practical and see what might happen if the judge rules that XRP is an unregistered security, as the SEC claims it is. Michelle pointed out that when this was brought up with Ripple's CEO, Garlinghouse, he said that the company would relocate outside the United States. In response, Hogan tweeted, recognizing that XRP would likely lose 25% of its utility since the U.S. provides 25% of global economic activity. However, that's not the only thing that can happen. Many in the crypto community believe that Ripple is now fighting for the entire crypto space. Therefore, if Ripple hot. Not to mention the steep decline in XRP pricing. Fox Business anchor Charles Gasparino revealed his nightmare when the lawsuit was filed in late December 2020. Scenario for cryptography is that Flip and Ripple win their case against SEC in court, he tweeted, adding that the regulatory environment is unlikely to change. The regulators may take stronger measures to rein in the cryptocurrency market, with Ethereum as a likely target. According to an interview with Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse, this hurt the two leading crypto technologies in 2018. Despite this, many participants in the Twitter poll conducted by Crypto Law admitted that more than half of they opted for this alternative. One respondent even predicted that the settlement will be made this year, more especially during the first quarter. Jeremy Hogan has given a rationale for why he will continue to hold XRP whatever the future may hold. Informed his Twitter followers on December/S30th 2022, I own XRP because I know /S Ripple can't be sued again. No one can sue me for winning Algorand because of the Algorand Foundation. In response to whether or not the CFTC could sue Ripple in the future, Hogan said that in order to do so, the CFTC would have to allege fraud, an argument that neither the SEC nor any other regulatory body could make. Continuing, he claimed that out of the top 20 cryptocurrencies, 9 had been linked to fraud. Perhaps influenced by the statements of current SEC head Gary Cohn Gensler and his predecessor Jay Clayton, he believes that only Bitcoin is safe from scrutiny from the agency. If you'd asked me about other cryptocurrencies before FTX, I might have named a few, but now all you talk about is Bitcoin. What Hogan said. On December 27, 2022, David Gokhshtein, founder and chairman of Gokhshtein Media, addressed his Twitter followers and announced his intention to increase his holdings of XRP, proving that Jeremy Hogan was not alone in his optimism about the cryptocurrency. In the next days, I want to prioritize consolidating my crypto holdings around Bitcoin and Ethereum before adding more bags of Litecoin and XRP. I will still engage in the risky gamble of buying meme tokens, but this is money I can afford to lose. Carefully observing initially, XRP piqued Gokhstein's curiosity because this XRP thing keeps catching my eye. I'm ready to enter my credit card information and hit the Add to Bags button. He repeated again, if Ripple wins that case, it's going to skyrocket. David completed the sentence by adding on. If you try to force XRP, it will only push back harder. To have people investigate it. Indeed, it really is that easy. Now that we know there are still XRP vouching parties out there, what's the legal circumstance where both parties could settle while waiting for the summary judgment? John Deaton, the founder of Ripple, claims that the company will settle for $100 to $250 million if the regulator agrees that XRP is not a security. Although he acknowledged that the likelihood of the SEC giving its blessing to the plan was low in light of the agency's recent crackdown on the digital asset sector, he did note that the presiding judge may shed light on the secondary market for XRP. It is important to remember that Ripple's general counsel, Stuart Alderoty, has already implied that the SEC has very slim chances of winning this lawsuit. The Supreme Court, based on past results, has lost 4 of the previous 5 cases brought before it, thanks to the efforts of the few who had the fortitude and means to fight back. He stated that XRP is currently selling at roughly 37 cents despite the SEC's bullying and steadfast adherence to stretch legal arguments that were loyal to the law. With average daily declines of 1.5%. The cryptocurrency appears to require a rescue operation, which should occur after the dispute is resolved in Ripple's favor.